It was early morning in Meenapur village and the place was already buzzing. Everyone was busy with their own work. At the village square, after badly flopping in his old Pani Puri business, Uncle Jholamal had now set up a tea stall. Ghochu and Bhondu were making tea. And Jholamal was giving them special gyan on chai.
Hey, whether it's London or Ladakh, Turkey or Japan, rich or poor, nobody runs without tea. Get it, my Ghochu Bhondu? From kings and queens to beggars and fakirs, everyone drinks tea. Just wait and watch how I break the bank with this business. Yes, boss. You have been trying to break the bank for years, but every time it's your luck that breaks instead. Sometimes your luck breaks and sometimes your bones. Shut up, you enemies of brains. This time I'll make this tea business shine for sure.
The three were busy chatting when the village milkman walked up and said,
Oh, this time you have really started the business of my dreams. All mixed up. Yes, brother. Tell me, what's better than a tea stall? Now come on. Without wasting time, give me 2 liters of milk. Pure stuff, no water. Huh? Hey, uncle, I never mix water. It's just these villagers who have spoiled my image. As Mr. Mix. Don't make us open our mouth now. The world may mix water and milk, but you mix a little milk in a bucket of water. Oh, no, brother. Okay. Just give us the milk fast now.
The milkman hands over the milk to Uncle Jholamal and goes on his way. Meanwhile, at the village Chaupal, Khabri Lal, Mukabla Singh, Scientist Pakla and Takla Prasad were busy gossiping.
Odi Baba! Flying, a hot news has landed in my ears. A Dubai Sheikh is coming to the village and he wants to invest some money here. Kabri brother, I love a Sheikh yaar. Whether it's milk shake or chocolate shake. Oi, brainless wrestler. He means the camel shake. Understand? Huh? Ayo, camel shake has lots of money, ji. We'll make him partner in our Pagla project, ji.
The moment they heard about the sheikh, greed for his money settled in their minds. Everyone started spinning the plans in their heads.
Odi Baba, this is a lucky chance. I can butter up the sheikh and start my own news channel. Kabri, I won't let anyone else fool this sheikh. I'll meet him fast, make him my business partner and open a solid English style gym in the village. Oi, Takle, this is the right time. Make the sheikh your buddy. Pull the Sarpanch off his chair and become Sarpanch yourself.
As soon as these plans popped into their heads, each one made some excuse and slipped away, so they could meet the sheikh alone. But no one knew where this sheikh was, when he was coming, or whether the news was even true. Everyone was just shooting in the dark. Over at the Sarpanch bungalow garden, the Sarpanch was pacing restlessly while Ghungru stood by his side.
I got you out of jail, Ghungru, so you could be useful to me. But you turned out even more useless and stupid than these villagers. Guaranteed. Sarpanji, if I would even got a hint that some sheikh was coming to the village, I would have told you first. But no problem. Let him come. Before any villager reaches him, he'll be standing in front of you. That's promise from Ghungru.
Everyone was ready to play their own game, but nobody had a clue when that sheikh was actually going to show up. Next morning, Meenapur village was again busy with daily work, but everyone's eyes were alert. Khabri Lal had casually spread the rumor that the sheikh was coming today. At Uncle Jholamal's tea stall, a separate strategy was brewing.
Chacha, did you hear? Some Dubai sheikh is coming to the village, loaded with money, all mixed. Arey brother, even the Sarpanch has money, but what do we ever get from that?
Hey, you stupid! This sheikh is coming to find a business partner in the village, so he can turn rupees into riyals.
Hey, how will he turn rupees into reals just like that? We'll turn his reals into rupees instead.
Every morning, Khabrilal would create a scene, shouting that the Dubai Sheikh was arriving today. By now, the villagers treated it like a running rumor.
This Khabri tells the same lie every day. Huh?
Ayayo, no ji. If he doesn't come, what will happen to my project? Hey, if he had to come, he would have come long ago. Peacock danced deep in the jungle and nobody even saw it.
If that sheikh doesn't show up this week, I'll turn Khabri breaking news.
Next morning at Jholamal Uncle's tea stall, Ghochu and Bhondu were busy brewing tea, while Jholamal was schooling them on how to make the real deal, not the fake stuff.
Hey, you slowpokes. How do you keep forgetting the recipe? I explained every day. Listen carefully. This is the final lesson. Take 1/4 milk, then half arrowroot powder, and then mixed water and make it 1 liter. Then yesterday's leftover tea leaves, dried properly, and add ginger and cardamom peel powder. Make it thick. 1 rupee cost and 9 rupees profit. Got it? Got it, boss. This would be called Why? Or what kind of name is that? Hey, you fool. It's Chai's sister. Why? Chai why?
They were cracking nonsense when suddenly breathless Khabrilal arrived with a crow tied on his head. Seeing this, Ghochu laughed and said,
Look at Khabri uncle's head. He's like Meenapur's Robin Hood. Khabrilal Robin Hood. Perfectly fit name.
Seeing Khabrilal and hearing what Ghochu and Bhondu were saying, Jholamal too chuckled and said,
Hey, Khabrilal, what on earth is that look? A crow on your head? And you look panicked. Why don't you take anything off? Udi Baba, Jholamal uncle, villagers did this to me. I keep saying that Dubai Sheikh would come, but he never came. So the villagers got mad and tied a crow on my head. Now every time I lie, the crow pecks me off. Then why would you lie to the villagers? Odi Baba, not lying, uncle. Just hopeful words. He will come.
No sooner did Khabrilal say he will come, the crow on his head cawed and started pecking him. Khabrilal ran around screaming. Jholamal, Ghochu and Bhondu laughed together.
Tell a lie. Get pecked by the crow.
All this was going on. Just then a sheikh on a camel appeared. Seeing him, Ghochu said,
Hey boss, he's really here. Allah baby, what kind of game practice is this? Mashallah, a crow on your head and spinning around?
Oh no, Sheikh Ji. This is crazy from our village. Please come to our stall. We'll serve you hot and bun butter. The famous Indian treat.
They quickly spread the carpet for the sheikh at the table, and Jholamal personally started making special tea. Khabrilal, still with the crow pecking him, saw the sheikh and shouted, running towards the village.
Odi Baba, I told you, he's coming. He's here. He's here. Eat your fish.
Soon the Sarpanch and the whole village gathered at Jholamal's stall with drums and trumpets to welcome the sheikh. While the celebrations were going on, the sheikh was happily enjoying tea and the bun makhan. Then the Sarpanch said,
Hey Sheikh Ji, why are you stuck on tea and bread? Come to our house, we'll serve you desi mutton guaranteed.
Oh, Sarpanch, Sheikh Ji won't eat your mutton. First he'll suck the sugar cane from our fields. Huh? Al-Habib, I don't turn my head for nonsense.
Quite all. Sheikh Ji will come with me. I'll get him a milkshake and open a gym.
Wow, bhaiya. We give the milk to you and you make the shake. We won't let that happen. Sheikh Ji will come to our cowshed.
And then the fight broke out. The Sarpanch grabbed Takla's head. Mukabla lifted the milkman in the air. Khabrilal pulled the sheikh one way and Jholamal shouted from the other.
Hey, that's our sheikh. We spotted him first. Odi Baba, no, uncle. He's our sheikh.
Al-Habib, leave me. I'm nobody's sheikh. Oh.
Everyone was trying to pull Sheikh towards their side as if he was not a sheikh but a toy. And then suddenly a loud bang was heard. A dense fog spread everywhere and nobody could see or hear clearly.
Oh, what's this? Why can't I see anything? Where is my sheikh?
I won't let that bad Sarpanch touch the sheikh. Get me out of this fog. Huh? Hey, what about my tea and bun butter money?
Everyone could hear the voices but couldn't see anything. Everyone was assuming as if they were pulling the sheikh. Suddenly a loud thud like an accident was heard, followed by Scientist Pagla's screams.
Ayayo, I'm trapped in my own trap. Somebody help.
As the fog cleared after a while, the scene there was chaotic. Everyone lay semi-conscious. The sheikh was tied with ropes. And Scientist Pagla had blown up Jholamal's tea stall in a big tempo. Jholamal was shocked and he tried to choke Pagla.
What have you done? You blind fool! You blew up my stall! Ayayo, let go me please. I'll explain. While watching you all fight, I thought why not make artificial fog to kidnap this sheikh and get money for Project Pagla. But the plan backfired, Ji. The vehicle where I planned the kidnapping crashed. Because of the fog, I tied the sheikh but couldn't take him away.
As others regained consciousness and ran to the sheikh, he screamed and then he took off the rubber mask from his face.
Hey fools, I'm not sheikh. I'm Ghunguru.
Then why were you pretending to be the sheikh?
Khabrilal paid me to act like a sheikh to stop the crow from pecking his head. But the real sheikh had already come and gone from Lalaji's shop. I promised the Sarpanch I would go with him. So I bought this rubber mask, thought I would get a warm welcome. But it all backfired me. Oh, I am sorry. Please forgive me. My body is paining now.
Everyone scrubbed Ghungru and Khabrilal clean. They tied 2 permanent crows on Khabrilal's head to make sure he told the truth. Meanwhile, Jholamal had his own misery.
Oh, I am so tired of being robbed every time. These villagers don't let any of my business work. What can I do?
Don't be sad, sir. For now, let's pack up from this stall. Next time, we'll plan something so clever, nobody in this village can stop us.
Once again, some friendly teasing saved Meenapur. Everyone left carrying their forgotten memories with them.